Good afternoon, students. I have done the first portion of ammonia chapter. Today I will teach you the second part of it, second and last part of it. So, basic or alkaline nature of ammonia, dry ammonia gas and liquefied ammonia are neutral to litmus. Thus, it is a polar covalent molecule. So you know nitrogen is the central atom and three hydrogen are attached with ammonia, nitrogen of ammonia, and one lone pair is present there. So lone pair is responsible for the basic nature of ammonia molecule. The presence of lone pair of electron on the nitrogen atom makes ammonia basic in nature in its aqueous solution. In aqueous solution of ammonia, that is ammonium hydroxide dissociates partially to give us hydroxyl ion, like ammonia plus water gives us NH4OH. NH4OH when will broken down will get ammonia NH4 plus and OH minus. As action on indicators, alkaline or basic behavior is shown by the action of ammonium on the following indicators. So in aqueous solution, which minus ion will be formed, which will be the determining factor for ammonia as one alkali, like litmus is initial color red and final color blue. So OH minus, as OH minus is present in NH4OH, it will show the alkaline nature of it and will get the red litmus turned into blue. Then methyl orange will turn into yellow and phenolphthalein colorless to deep pink color. Ammonia solution turns turmeric solution brown. So action on acids. Ammonia being a weak base accepts proton hydrogen ion from acid to form the ammonium ion. Thus ammonia reacts with acid to form ammonium salt. So NH3 plus HCl will get NH4Cl, and this is the solid substance. You know, this is HCl is also used to test ammonia, presence of ammonia, because two gaseous substance when react will get that white fumes of ammonium chloride. NH3 plus HCl gives us NH4Cl solid. Then ammonia plus HCl, NH4Cl aqueous, ammonia plus H2SO4, NH4 whole 2 SO4, ammonia plus nitric acid will give ammonium nitrate, like this. Then ammonium hydroxide, when this alkali will react with HCl, will get ammonium chloride and water. Again ammonium hydroxide when reacts with sulfuric acid will get ammonium sulfate plus water. Then reaction with carbon dioxide. Ammonia reacts with carbon dioxide at 150 degrees Celsius and 150 atmospheric pressure to give urea. Ammonia plus carbon dioxide gives us urea plus water. Urea is an important fertilizer. Ammonia as a reducing agent. Ammonia is a strong reducing agent. Ammonia is oxidized to nitrogen by removal of hydrogen when it reacts with oxidizing agent. Thus, ammonia behaves as a strong reducing agent. Like ammonia, reduction of chlorine molecule to NH4Cl. The ammonia in excess when reacts with chlorine molecule will get nitrogen and NH4Cl. The yellow-green color of chlorine gas disappears and white ammonium chloride is formed. When chlorine in excess of chlorine reacts with ammonia, nitrogen trichloride and hydrogen chloride is formed. Ammonia plus 3Cl2 in excess will get NCl3 plus HCl. Nitrogen trichloride is a yellow colored, highly explosive liquid. So, here chlorine in excess when present will get nitrogen trichloride and 3HCl, hydrochloric acid. So conclusion, these reactions prove that ammonia is a reducing agent. Chlorine has the strong affinity for hydrogen. Reduction of metallic oxide. So the metallic oxide, copper oxide, when reacts with ammonia will get copper, water and nitrogen. That means copper oxide is converted into copper. That means removal of oxygen. So this is the reduction reaction. Observation, black colored copper oxide is reduced to reddish brown copper metal. So, and PbO also, lead oxide, yellow colored lead oxide reacts with ammonia to give lead, grey color lead is formed there. So then what is the observation? I have told you that the observation parts are very important. Like small crucible containing lead 2 oxide and copper 2 oxide are placed in hard glass test tube here, and it is heated strongly. Dry ammonia gas is passed slowly over heated metallic oxide. Observation, the yellowish brown color of lead 2 oxide gradually changes to shining metallic grey due to the formation of lead metal. The black color of copper oxide gradually changes to reddish brown color due to the formation of copper metal. The water formed is collected in U-tube, which turns white anhydrous copper sulfate blue. In gas jar, nitrogen. So the water formed, how the water is formed, the oxide will, when converted to metal or the copper or metallic copper oxide is converted to metallic copper, or lead oxide is converted to metallic lead, then oxygen gas is removed from the oxides. Though that oxygen gas, when react with hydrogen present there, will present in ammonia, will be converted to water. Gas jar, nitrogen gas is collected by the downward displacement of water, in which a burning wooden splinter goes off. Reduction of metallic oxide by ammonia proves that the ammonia contains nitrogen and hydrogen, is therefore hydride of nitrogen. Respective metal, water and nitrogen, for example CuO plus ammonia gives us Cu plus 3H2O plus N2. Observation, black color copper oxide is reduced to reddish brown copper metal. PbO plus ammonia 3Pb plus H2O plus N2. Observation, yellow color lead monoxide is reduced to grey color lead metal. To show the reducing behavior of ammonia, apparatus is set up as shown in the figure 9.9. The reaction of ammonium hydroxide solution, a solution of ammonia in water, is known as the ammonium hydroxide. It gives OH minus ion in water Ammonium hydroxide participates hydroxide of metal OH minus ion in water. Ammonium hydroxide participates hydroxides of metal precipitates hydroxides of metals except sodium and potassium when it is added to the aqueous solution. This thing you have got in analytical chemistry also, that ammonium hydroxide when reacts with metal will get the metallic hydroxide of different colored precipitate along with different solubility. The precipitate of metallic hydroxide differ in color and solubility in excess of ammonium hydroxide. Hence, ammonium hydroxide is used as an important reagent in qualitative analysis for identifying metallic ions, cations like Fe2 plus, Fe3 plus, Pb2 plus, Zn2 plus, Cu2 plus, Ca plus, Cr3 plus and Al3 plus in their aqueous solution. These things you have already got in analytical chemistry, and here also I have marked the solubilities and the color of the precipitates here for your benefit. And see again those different colors precipitate is formed when the salt of different cation reacts with ammonium hydroxide. And some insoluble, and solubility is also very very important here. Solubility will show you the predict the formation of ion over here, the type of ion. The bluish white precipitate of copper hydroxide dissolve in excess of ammonium hydroxide to form deep or inky blue solution of tetramine copper 2 sulfate, copper hydroxide plus ammonium sulfate plus ammonium hydroxide gives us CuNH3 whole 4 SO4 plus 4H2O. Then silver with ammonium hydroxide. Silver chloride is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide solution due to the formation of soluble complex silver diamine silver chloride soluble substance, soluble complex compound. These are the complex compounds. When excess of ammonium hydroxide is added, these hydroxides will be converted to like copper hydroxide. And here when the excess of ammonium hydroxide added, just then and there the complex salt will be formed there, soluble salt. And for copper, first copper hydroxide is formed, then copper hydroxide reacts with ammonium hydroxide and ammonium sulfate to give us the cupramine sulfate or diamine copper 2 sulfate. Zinc also, when less amount of ammonium hydroxide is present, zinc will give zinc hydroxide and ammonium chloride, zinc hydroxide white precipitate, gelatinous white precipitate. Then whenever the excess of ammonium hydroxide is added, we'll get the tetramine zinc chloride. This is soluble. So tests for ammonia. Ammonia is has a characteristic pungent irritating smell or odor, and it turns red litmus blue, turmeric pepper brown, methyl orange yellow, etc. Colorless phenolphthalein to deep pink. Glass rod dipped in concentrated hydrochloric acid and introduced into the gas produce thick white fumes of ammonium chloride is produced. NH3 plus HCl, NH4Cl, white fumes of ammonium chloride gives white precipitate when bubbled through the lead nitrate solution. This reaction here, this reaction and this observation will come here, and this reaction with copper sulfate, if the reaction they will want, then only you will give, otherwise you will give the observation. They will generally ask for the observations. Give the brown color of precipitate which treated with Nessler's reagent. With Nessler's reagent, when that is treated, will get the brown color of brown color precipitate of Nessler's reagent. Nessler's reagent is a solution of mercuric iodide, HgI2 in potassium iodide solution. The formula of is K2HgI4. The solution is made alkaline by adding potassium hydroxide solution. So uses of ammonia: it is used in the industrial preparation of nitric acid by Oswald process. It is used in the manufacture of fertilizers such as ammonium sulfate, ammonium nitrate, ammonium phosphate, etc. It is used in the manufacture of other ammonium salts, such as ammonium chloride, ammonium carbonate, ammonium nitrate, etc. It is used in the manufacture of nitrogen compounds such as sodium cyanamide, plastic, rayon, nylon, dyes, etc. It is used in the manufacture of sodium carbonate by Solvay's process. In this process, ammonia and carbon dioxide are treated with aqueous sodium chloride, resulting in the formation of crystal of sodium hydrogen carbonate, which are separated and heated to yield sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is converted to washing soda, sodium Na2CO3.10H2O. NaCl plus ammonia plus CO2 plus water, NaHCO3 plus ammonium chloride. NaHCO3 gives us Na2CO3, that is washing soda is formed there. Na2CO3 plus water. Liquid ammonia is used in refrigerant, in plant storage, ice plant storage, cold storage. This is due to its following properties. Liquid ammonia is highly volatile. Liquid ammonia has high specific and latent heat of vaporization, easily liquefies under pressure at room temperature. Like these are in details you go for the objective type questions, use of ammonia and other things for writing down the uses. You will learn any 3 or 4 of them. Otherwise, you go through all the uses for writing down the objective questions. And some more uses of ammonia: uses of ammonium chloride, and uses of ammonium nitrite, and the uses of ammonium carbonate. These are the all uses. Ammonium sulfate is also very important thing. It is used in fertilizer, in preparation of alum. Ammonium chloride is used in Lakeland cell, in medicine, in dyeing and textile industry, for cleaning metal surfaces before soldering, tinning, etc. The metal is heated and rubbed. Uses of ammonium nitrate in fireworks, in explosives, as fertilizer. These are used. Uses of ammonium carbonate as a smelling carbonate, a baking powder, a drying industry, in laboratory reagent. Also, this purpose these substances are used, and this is the summary. You again can go through these things you have got already. All are here, you have got already, but for the exam time you can go through those for your benefit, and you can read. So now you will have to write the 10 years questions answers from ammonia and HCl chapter. From electrolysis and from the bonding chapter, if you have written already the 10 years question answer, then it's okay. but if you have not yet done, please do those from chemical bonding chapter and electrolysis chapter. After that you will do from HCl and ammonia chapter. For the time being, I will not start a new chapter because I want you to do I'm giving 1 week time to finish your 10 years question answer. After that, whenever I will get your copies, I will check those. After that, I will start with sulfuric acid or nitric acid. Otherwise, I will not do. So proceed with your 10 years question answers. You have to write those for practice.